Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about the geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. So first of all, it is important to understand what is the meaning of zeros of a polynomial. Suppose here we can see any polynomial is given 2x plus 4. Yes. So we need to identify for which value of x this px will become 0. So we can say that 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. So 2x and this 4 I will take in other side. So minus 4. So x is equal to minus 4 by 2. So x is equal to minus 2. So we can say that x is equal to minus 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial px. Yes. Similarly, we can see one more example. Suppose I am giving you any quadratic polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6, and we need to identify what is the value of x for which this px will become 0. So no, that value of x is called uh, 0 of the polynomial. So here you can see we can factorize splitting the middle term. So 6, we can find the time factors. So 6 divided by 2 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we can say that we can split, and splitting the middle term. So minus 3x and minus 2x plus 6. Yes, between these two terms we can take x common, so x minus 3, and between these two terms we can take minus 2 common, so x minus 3. So overall we are getting here x minus 3 and x minus 2. From here you can see x minus 3 is equals to 0. It implies x is equals to 3. Or x minus 2 is equals to 0. So it implies x is equal to 2. So we can say that x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3 are the zeros of px. Are the zeros of px. Actually, that is the meaning of zeros of a polynomial. Now we need to learn now we need to learn for what value of x this px will become 0. That is called what? The 0 of the a polynomial. So now we need to learn what is the geometrical meaning. So you can see geometrical meaning is what? How many number of times the graph of px means the given polynomial, how many number of times the graph of px touches or intersected or intersecting, you can say that touching or intersecting with the x-axis. Yes, that is the meaning of geometric. That is the geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomial. Yes, suppose any graph of px is touching or intersecting with the x-axis 2 times. So it means there will be 2 zeros. Suppose any graph is intersecting, or we can say that touching the x-axis 5 times. So it means the given polynomial is having how many zeros? 5 zeros. Yes. Here I want to give you example. Suppose here any linear polynomial is given. Suppose of the form ax plus b. Like I am taking the example, px is equals to x minus 3. Suppose this is the polynomial. So for this polynomial, you can see we know that x minus 3 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 3. So if I will draw the graph, you can see of x is equals to 3. So x is equals to 3 is a line which will be, suppose this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Yeah. So this is a line parallel to y-axis. Yes. So here this line is intersecting with the x-axis how many times? Once. So we can say that number of zeros will be 1. Yeah. Similarly, suppose I am talking about any quadratic polynomial. Suppose I am taking about any quadratic polynomial x square. Now we know that ax square plus bx plus c is the standard form. So the graph of a quadratic polynomial is parabola. Yes. Suppose the graph of a parabola is like that. Please try to understand. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this graph of the quadratic polynomial is touching the x-axis at 2 points. You can see. So here we can say that how many number of zeros are there? There are 2 zeros. Yes. Similarly, suppose any cubic polynomial is there. So we can identify how many times the graph of px given polynomial is intersecting with the x-axis. That number of, and we can count how many times it is intersecting or touching the x-axis. Accordingly, we can count how many zeros are there in the given polynomial. So here you can see in NCERT book, the exercise 2.1 is given, and now we are going to discuss the problems related to exercise 2.1. Yes, based on the concept of geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. So here you can see if you are observing in the first question, they are telling the graph of y is equals to px are given in figure 2.10 below, and for some polynomial px, find the number of zeros. So here you can see, if you are observing, this graph is not touching the x-axis. Yes, so it means here number of zeros will be, there will be no zero, for the no zero, because it is not intersecting with the x-axis. Here you can see in the second, I am talking about the second graph which is given. Here it is, this graph is intersecting with the x-axis in how many points? 1 point. So we can say that there will be 1 0. Yes. Here you can see this graph is intersecting with the x-axis how many times? Please count. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So 3 times. Yeah. So 3 zeros. Here you can see the graph is intersecting with 2 times. So we can say that 2 zeros. Here you can see the graph is intersecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times. So here it will be 4 zeros. Yes. Here graph is touching 1, and here 2 and 1 intersecting. So here it will be, number of zeros will be 3. Yes. So it is very simple concept. Please just check the graph, how many times it is intersecting with the x-axis, or it is touching the x-axis. You can count the number, and that number of so number of zeros will be equal to number of times it is intersecting or touching the x-axis. So this is all about the concept of zeros of a polynomial. I think this exercise is clear to you. Thank you.